Well, hello once again, everyone. It's your boy Jingles Roscoe with another speed drawing, and today I decided to draw my three mains from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate: King K. Rool, Bowser, and Link. Here we go. And so, first things first, you may notice that I actually had a little bit already prepared. That's because when I started drawing this, I forgot to actually turn on the recording device. So we got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but that's okay. We can just start from here. And as you can see, I decided to start off with Bowser, as he was my biggest main in the last game. And when Ultimate was released, he's still pretty much just as good as he was in 4, if not even better. So I was like, oh, well, he still works totally fine, so I'm happy with that. And my number one main so far has been King K. Rool himself, which I was a little bit surprised that was going to end up being the case. When he was first introduced in the reveal trailers, I was like, wow, that's super duper cool. I really like King K. Rool as a character. I think he's really interesting, and he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun to play. I didn't realize he was going to be that much fun to play. Like, he's almost oppressive, but he still does a lot of the same stuff that I like from other characters. So he's like been molded into the kind of way that I really enjoy playing as far as characters go. And Link himself has always been a main of mine since the very first Super Smash Bros. So I tend to use him a lot still anyway. And here we are. I was just going to refine a lot of the really rough sketches that I had done before. I kind of made a few mistakes here and there in this particular drawing, but you know, I'm still happy. I'm not super upset about anything. One of the mistakes that I think I would like to change is I did make Bowser a little bit too chonky. And yeah, he's kind of chunk, but the amount of chunk that I gave him was too much chunk. And if you put in too much chunk, then you go into chunk overdrive. So I gotta cool it with all that chunk sometime. Bowser himself is a character that I've drawn, I believe, one other time before. Not for a speed drawing, but for animation that I had made. And it's been almost 4 years since that one came out. But if you're interested in that very, very quick animation, I'll put it in the description so y'all can check it out. And yeah, King K. Rool. So, for all the other games, I had always been a Link main. And one of the reasons why I like Link so much is because of his like projectile game, and to keep people out, and then I can run in and then do what needs to be done in order to end the actual stock itself. And King K. Rool with his Crownerang and his Blunderbuss, both are pretty oppressive projectiles, but at the same time he's also a really heavy character, and that's something that I really liked about him. And then going into Link, well, Link is super great in Ultimate, but he's been changed ever so slightly that the gameplay differences have bumped him down a little bit for me as far as, you know, being my main. But that's not a bad thing, I just have to readjust. And so, but I still really like Link. I actually also really like Toon Link. I didn't really get super into, I really like Young Link. I didn't really get into Toon Link very much. I don't know why, but I think his aerials were something that I just never really could pick up and get used to. Whereas Young Link is still very Link-like. Still, but really fast, has excellent projectiles, and is just all around really fun to play. But I can't abandon just Link himself because he's my boy. He's been my boy the entire time that I've been playing Smash Brothers. One of the major differences is that now with his bomb, you can remote detonate it. instead of just waiting for it to detonate over time, which really changes up the meta significantly as far as playing Link goes. And so we'll move on to the inking phase for all the characters. Like I said, King K. Rool was a character that I was not expecting to enjoy as much as I have been, but he's been a big meaty fun for me. Ever since Smash 4, I've been really enjoying a lot of very heavy characters, and Bowser was definitely one of my favorites in Smash 4. So was Ganondorf. Ganondorf is another character that I like to play a lot, but I don't know, like he's so much better and stronger than he was in Smash 4. It feels wrong to use him too much, because I don't want to I don't want to oppress people to the point where they don't want to play the game anymore, which is why I don't use King K. Rool too often. But he is my best character in the game right now. I really liked drawing King K. Rool. I was surprised on how quickly his pose came to me, and how how animated and cartoonish that he ended up being in this picture. But he's pretty animated and cartoonish just in general in the games that he's in as well. So that was really fun. King K. Rool's belly super armor has definitely been one of the best things that they had decided to give him in terms of just playing, because then that just allows me to power through a lot of people's attacks, which is one of the reasons why I like playing heavy characters in general. But with King K. Rool, you can really have a really good idea of, one, which attacks have super armor on them, and two, like which direction you need to be facing in order for the super armor to be most effective. And when people are trying to chase me down, his belly armor has saved me more often than not. I was thinking about trying to give him kind of a scaly texture, but it's not something that I was super familiar with. And when I was streaming this, like the stream was already going on for quite a long time, and I didn't want to take up too much time just to draw this picture. Plus I had two other characters that I still needed to finish. But K. Rool was still a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed drawing him. And now is the time that we move on to Big Bad Bowser. It's so funny. One of the jokes that me and my friends like to say is, isn't it weird that Bowser ends up being like a really super responsible dad? This like big evil king is like a super good parent to his son, tries to get him everything that he can, and like in all of the parental control commercials that were being shown off for the Switch, we were just all like, look at how much he's trying to protect his son from the dangers of the internet and make sure he doesn't play video games for too long and goes to bed at a reasonable time and all that. Just think that's so funny. But yeah, Bowser is a character that I picked up in Smash 4, and mainly because he's such a heavy hitter, one, and two, he's a lot faster than he's ever been in any of the other video games that I've played him in, or any of the other Smashes that I've played him in. And he's just so much fun, so oppressive, hits like a truck. He's just a lot of fun to play. And I've just, like I said, I've gravitated towards a lot of heavier characters in the newer Smash games, which before I was like Link and only Link. And so it was nice to kind of branch out a little bit from my usual gameplay style. Like I said, I feel like I made him a little bit too chunky, but that's okay, because this is, every time I draw, I feel like it's still a learning experience, because I'm not perfect, and I'm always going to be learning every single time. And so it was fun to draw something, mess up, realize what you did wrong so that you can improve for next time. all in all, I think Bowser as a character has been a character that I've been really kind of liking more and more in recent years, because he's just a lot of fun and a really interesting villain. He's not like super evil, even though he says he's super evil. And even in some of the games, he's just trying to get by, you know? He just wants to rule the world, you know? Maybe we should just let him one time. Now that we're done with the shading, we'll go ahead and move on to coloring some of the line work. Not a whole lot of it, just a little bit. Just enough to let us get by. And now that the big thick boys are now finished, we move on to Link, the hero of the wilds. Yeah, Link in the new game, he's pretty awesome. I'm still trying to get used to the newer playstyle in order to use a lot of his newer moves that he's developed for the new game. But he's still a lot of fun, and I still use him a lot because he is great. Also really enjoyed Breath of the Wild. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it out yet, I'd highly recommend finding a copy and playing it, just because it's a real good game. It's 10 out of 10. Best game. Although maybe not as best of a game as like Smash Ultimate, but you know, that's just my opinion, man. Yeah, I've been playing Smash Brothers ever since the very first one came out on N64, and I still have a copy of each one. And occasionally we'll pop in some of the older ones to try them out. I actually really fell in love with Brawl back in the day, and then Smash 4 came out, and I was like, this game is fantastic, and I love it, and I want to get really good at it. And by the time I was feeling like I was really actually getting good is when Ultimate was released. And I was just all like, oh man, and I have been playing Ultimate so much. I love it so much. It's such a great game. I feel like out of the three characters that I have drawn, Link has the most detail on him, especially on his character model and stuff like that. But I tried my best. I didn't give him everything on there because, like I said, I was starting to... The stream was already running pretty late, a lot later than I was planning on it running. So I was like, I'll give him enough so that people will be like, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. But still, it's a lot of fun. I love the Legend of Zelda games so much. And I hadn't even gotten into them until Ocarina of Time had come out. But Link has just stayed as one of my favorite characters in all of the Smash Bros. Games, just because I like the way he plays. Alrighty, and there we are. We'll go ahead and pan by so you can get a good look at all three of the individuals. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I did stream this whole drawing process. I'm thinking about getting my streams to be on Fridays from now on, but we'll see. I'm still trying to play it by ear. I don't know how doable that is, but we'll try and see, because it's been a lot of fun and I like being able to get my work done that way. But thank you again for watching. If you want to check out the stream, it's on my channel. And yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one.